You gotta love it. We are now in the Streamers Hub. I am DJ Strick. Thank you guys for being so patient with us as we do the countdown. Wanted to be sure we can have everything connected because we have a great show lined up for you today. We're talking about the interview or invite guest option feature inside of OneStream Studio. OneStream Studio, we've been talking about for a while now. So we're going down all of the features, and I'm excited about this one because there's so many things for you to do. Now, before I get started with today's show, I want to do one thing really, really quickly, and I want to talk about virtual backgrounds. We have a new feature that's added, and you can now change your background in Studio. Tomorrow, Erica Bates is going to be talking about this, so I'm not going to steal any of her thunder. I'm just going to show you really, really quick what it looks like when you're able to change your backgrounds. And then I have Erica come on. She's going to be hanging out with me today. And I'm going to allow her to talk a little bit about it. But more importantly, we're going to tease it just a little bit because of her show tomorrow. That's my virtual background, guys. Now, because all the lights and all the things I have in here is not coming through the best for me. But when they come on, when she comes on a little later, you'll see what she has. And it is really cool. I have myself in the background. So you're getting two of me. Like, look, two of me right now. I think it's really cool. And again, tomorrow, Erica's going to be talking to you about this. And I'm going to allow her to share a little bit more about how it works and allow you to see her tomorrow as she goes down all the features with the virtual background. That being said, I've asked people inside of the community who could actually come on and be a part of today's show as we talk about the interview guest. And I have Erica here, and I also have Miss Colleen. Excuse me. I want to be sure I say it right. I've been practicing her name like since I had her come on, and I knew I was gonna mess it up, but it's Colleen Hammond, and I have both of them on. I'm going to bring them on right now. So give me 1 second. There they are. Hey, ladies, thank you so very much taking your time to hang out in the Streamers Hub today.
I appreciate the invite. And you said the name perfectly.
I did. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Now, Ms. Hammond, you actually have a background in television broadcast. Tell me about some of the experience that you have when it comes to, I guess, television and media.
Actually, my background is I was a network news anchor. I was a news anchor at CNN and a reporter at CNN, and I did the weather at the Weather Channel. So I came from a pretty intense television background. So I'm used to a lot of features. And I'm used to being able to do a lot of things. So I was just really happy to be allowed to be a beta tester and to come here today and to participate because I really like using this type of a platform for podcasting because that gives you that option of recording it here. You can use all the features and then you can take the audio, put it on your, podcast platform, and then take the video and throw it on YouTube, cut up the video into different pieces and use it on TikTok or in stories or whatever. So I think the ability to do this type of higher end production instead of just like recording on the Z thing, then, it just doesn't look so like you're in a corporate meeting, that now you have a really nice platform to be able to record a podcast and then to take that content and curate it and use it in other places too. So I'm really excited about what OneStream is doing here.
Now, Erica, you are right now, me and you and Steve, we're in OneStream like all the time. So you're here a lot with this, but tell us or remind the people, how about I say it that way, your background and what you do.
I am a virtual summit strategist. So I help you set up your first or next virtual event.
I want to interrupt you one more time. I heard it earlier, but it definitely spiked this time as far as your cancellation service that you're using, your noise cancellation service. It's really interfering with your audio. That being said,
I just turned it off. Is it better?
That is better. Okay. Thank you for joining me tonight. Like when you hear, I'll tell you this: when you hear, you calm me down. And I know that when Erica's here, it's all going to be nice and smooth.
I hope so.
Yeah, it'll be nice and smooth today. We have a great day today. That being said, I want to dive right in, guys. So if you can kind of help me as I go through the guest interview feature. So I'm gonna share my screen, and everyone will be able to see what we all look like here on screen behind the scenes. And of course, you're getting this affinity thing on the front screen. So don't worry about that. But to the side up here in the corner, it says invite guest. You touch this screen or this part, not the screen, but let me touch this arrow over here, invite guest. And it actually comes up to a banner that says it gives you the link that you can share. You can copy this link and put it in text. You can copy this link, put it in Messenger, however you want to get it. You also can do WhatsApp and email it from these buttons that's on the screen. So basically, all I did today with the ladies here was I want to stop sharing my screen. I sent the link to them. And they were then in that link able to go to this screen. So let me share. I'm going to change cameras here so I can show you through another camera what that window looks like. All right. So once they click the link, they got to this particular screen. Now on this screen, it allows them to see uh, their microphone they're using and their camera. If you can tell, both of these are turned off right now, but I can easily turn them on. I'm using my iPad here in the studio, and I can easily turn those features on. Definitely the camera, and you see me. So I'm using an iPad, and it's over there. You got me. All right. I'm turning it off because I don't have it set where you get the best picture of me, but there it is. And okay, so you're invited to join a live session. Let's get ready. And all you have to do is type in your name. And let me type in Strick again and join. So when it says join there, the session is signed out. This is an earlier link that I sent to myself. So let me go here. We were testing and actually changed links. So let me change the camera here and I will put in the new link and get right in with you guys. While I am here, Erica, tell me, I'm gonna ask both of you ladies, what did you guys think about the process as an invited guest? How easy and how simple was it for you?
I thought it was really easy. I got a link via Facebook Messenger. I clicked it. I was in. So yeah, thought it was really clean and
Can't
simple,
beat that,
easy.
right?
Yeah.
Ms. Hammond, how about you?
Yeah, it was the same thing. I mean, you were able to make sure you're using the right camera, make sure your microphone's all set. I know in some other platforms, it's like, we can't find your microphone and your camera, and you have to go up to the URL bar and try to turn on So it was really nice just to hit that landing page, turn on your microphone, turn on your audio, make sure you have the right one, type in your name, how you want it to appear on the screen, and then you just join. So it was really seamless.
And I like the fact that it's seamless like that because you just never know how comfortable somebody is with technology, right? You just never know. It's easy for us, but it could be difficult for other people. And you're right. Some platforms have a hard time finding different webcams that are attached to your computer. But in this case, OneStream Live has it all connected and it's working really, really well. And I
I want
am,
to I want to throw this in. I think that since I've been a guest on your show before, that it remembered me. When I clicked the button to put in my name, my name popped up already. So I really like that too. That it remembered me.
Well, that's cool. I didn't. Well, it's the same thing with me. So now, let me go to sharing my screen again. Well, it wouldn't let me. You guys didn't hear it chirp. I clearly heard a chirp. That is me on my iPad getting in as a guest. So I want to say admit, and I'm going to share my screen here again. And it is connecting. I want to make sure I don't have the audio there. So, And I'm still hearing
And
myself.
yeah. It's nice that what that just pointed out, there's not really that much of a delay.
It's not. And you can hear it. I mean, this is really real time.
Yeah. So normally you have like a good 5-second delay with a lot of places or even more. So that's nice that it's relatively quick. He's trying to
I'm
turn it
also watching this on YouTube. So yeah, I like that.
That is outstanding that it does it, but my goodness, I don't want it now, right?
down. Might have to stick it under a pillow or something.
There we go. So let me do this. There I am on the screen. Person. Now, and able to get the echo off. You guys see it working. It worked just fine, no problems at all. There we go. Job done, right? So I did what I wanted to do. You guys had an opportunity to see it, and I don't want to ban myself. I just want to be sure that the audio is off, and it is not off. You guys see it?
One day I
There we
hope you
go.
consider having an NDI show.
I know it, right? Teach people how to do an NDI. So that was basically coming in NDI. And now let's get back to it. So I am stopping that. Great. And we're back. That was how easy it is. You saw the behind the scenes. Even with the audio issues, you see how easy it can work. Even if someone was coming in with their iPad, once I position it the right way, it really wasn't a bad picture at all either. So there's so many things that you can actually do with the invited guest feature. Okay. Let me ask you a question. As you guys are seeing that, do y'all have any questions about what the experience was for me?
Is it hard to set up?
Clearly it is super simple, even if I'm able to produce a show and actually invite myself onto the into my own show while I have guests. I'm telling you that part was really, really easy. Now if I could figure out how to stop the speaker, and I probably could have put it like an earphone into the iPad. For whatever reason, it wasn't the speaker wasn't going down to stop it or muting the sound, and I didn't have enough time to figure that out. That being said, everything else worked perfectly.
Well, the other thing that I think I know the answer to this because I've used it from the studio from your point of view. Does everybody get the same link or is there like a unique link for each guest? Because that's confusing.
That can be confusing. You are so very right. So does, everyone gets the same link to that session. Okay. So let me say it this way. Everyone gets the same link to the same session, but each session has a different link. Okay. Does that make sense?
You bet.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about people coming into your stream unannounced, or you still have to admit them in, but it's not the same link every time. It's a different link for each session, and I think that really, really makes it cool. It keeps you organized. So if you want guests on your show, you send them the link to that session, but you also, because I know on my end, I'm able to, if I invite guests, to send them a link early on, maybe a couple of days in advance, because from other systems, the links didn't change. Just explain to your guests and just set, excuse me, the platform that we have, the link is actually given at the time that you initiate the session, which is probably be 30, it could be an hour to 30 minutes ahead of time that you can actually send that link out so everybody can kind of test it. Does
Now,
that
can
make
you
sense?
Yeah. Now, can you see people? So let's say somebody got the link that wasn't supposed to. Can you see somebody like in a green room before you let them in? So do you see our faces and our names and then let us join? Or does it just say somebody's in the green room? Do you want to admit them and you throw somebody in the room?
That's a really good question. So, what happens is each time someone hits the button to join, like when you say join on your side as a guest, it actually comes up for you to be approved, just your name, to be approved to come in. So, I can approve it or I can deny it, that person coming in. So, they never hit the stream, even in a green room, without me accepting them.
Right. So no worries about people like doing the Howard Stern thing and trying to get on your show and
No,
shout
no
things out.
worries. Now, if you hit the button, it's like who's coming in and you admit them to because you're curious. You just want to be sure. Even if you're curious, you still have ways to, you can ban them or you can just stop their stream. And if they, keep coming back because they got the link and you can't actually stop them from coming in with the ban button. And that being said, I want to show you that particular part of the invite button. So if I can go, let me see if I can go full screen this way. And if we'll look to the left of the screen where it says invite guests, you have a way to ban participants or view joining participants. So if I had people coming on at this time and it was multiple people, I can just go to this button and see who they are. Okay, it's really that simple. Or if I have a participant that got the link and they are a nuisance or a problem, maybe they said some things they shouldn't have said, stalking scammers, any of that, you can just ban that participant. Okay.
Now, if you hovered over, like if you put your mouse down and hovered over where I am on the screen in the lower left, are there camera and microphone buttons there too, where you could, like, if somebody was doing obscene stuff, you could shut off their camera, or if they were saying bad things, can you shut off their microphone?
Good question, and great way to take a look at it. It's actually to the left is a hide button. So if I want to take you off the screen, I could just press that button to hide you there, and it's just me and Erica. And now it's green, so I can put you back up. Now you're on. But good question. And right beside it, it says show as solo. So if I want to just solo you, there you go. Okay. And now I take solo off, and it's all of us. OneStream has really done a great job with making these features work well and making sure everything is nice and smooth. If you're watching us right now on YouTube and you are thinking about what we're doing and saying, hey, I have a question, please don't hesitate to ask a question. I'm actually looking at the comments right now and I'd love to help you any way we can. And if you're walking through this and while we're explaining it and learn a lot, just hit the like button so I know that you're intrigued and that you're engaged in what we're doing as well. Thank you. Getting back to what we see for each participant at the bottom, of course, I can hide, I can solo, brings up that person's camera. And at the top right hand is where we have their microphone, which is where I should have hit with my iPad to stop the mic from coming in through the iPad. But the speaker was coming through my microphone. So it was the right thing just to stop that feed altogether. That being said, and also, I can also stop the camera. All right. So all this is done right here on the left side of the screen. And it has three buttons here. I want to press those buttons as well. And I do not want to ban Miss Hammond at all. She's like super cool and she's got a wealth of experience. So I'm not banning her, but that's where you could do it if you did have a problem with a particular invited guest. Okay. Great question.
And from a guest's point of view too, we still have the option to control our microphone and our camera at the bottom of our screen, as well as a share button at the bottom of our screen. So our options are our microphone, our camera, the share our screen, or to leave. So we even have, if you at this point, if you needed to stop and sneeze, or something, you could mute your own microphone, or if a phone call comes in, I can turn off my camera. So that's a nice option. That there are so many different ways that cameras and microphones can be handled and
That is
problems
so
can be
true.
handled.
That is so true. So while I have you here, you've been playing around with the studio for a while. No, we're talking about the invited guest feature, but tell me your experience in working with the studio.
I like it. I know it's in beta, so I don't expect it to be perfect. There are, of course, there's going to be bugs.
Right?
That being said, there's one feature that I found that I have never seen, and I think I've used everything out there. That there's a way to, I think it's called live sales.
Yes.
And that makes your videos far more interactive in your communication and the whole. I have never seen that, and I'm very, very, very excited about that because now you can use this platform also as a webinar or a training session, or there's just with that feature, there's just so many other things that you can do.
Because it
And
makes it interactive.
yeah, you have that whole interactive video option, which is such a big thing right now. So, and that's
I like where
very
you're going with that.
big. Pardon?
So I like where you're going with that. As soon as you said it, I was thinking affiliate marketing, affiliate training with marketing with the links.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
mean, I'm not. It doesn't even have to link to a Stripe or a PayPal, or it could go to a landing page. It could go to a PDF. It could go to a handout. It could go to. So I'm when I saw that button down there, I'm like,
So
my
it is something that, as I was talking to the team last week, it is something that they're working on, and
right.
it actually has been pushed up as a feature that they really want to focus on as they release the studio to everybody. So right now we're at maybe the third phase of people being able to use the studio. So we're probably up to about 5,000 people that are now using the studio. And I moved some things around and lost Erica. Did I move too fast? Let me bring her back in. I think I moved too
I'm still
fast.
here.
So saying that shoppable video or shoppable line through OneStream Studio is definitely something that is on the radar, and it can make your videos way more engaging, and more importantly, for people that are content creators that are online, monetizing your work is important. And OneStream Live definitely knows that and wants to be sure that if there are any products that people are selling, if they're using Amazon Live and any of that, that they could use OneStream Studio to be able to do that. So I'm excited about it coming. It's not ready yet. They definitely have moved up the timeline for that to happen.
I know
Okay.
because I'm clicking on it, and I'm like, I have so many ideas for this button, So maybe I should put it
Yep.
on the roadmap.
Speaking of ideas, DJ Strick, when you did your walkthrough, I automatically thought this needs to be hooked up to my book like a boss so I can automatically set up appointments instead of going directly to Zoom. I want it to go directly to OneStream now.
There
So
you go.
anybody at OneStream listening, please and thank you if you set that up for me.
And it's tell me again. So instead of using Zoom, you can have it integrated with a link that people could come into. Explain that to me.
So in Book Like a Boss, all my appointments automatically go to Zoom. There's a link. They click it. They get an email reminder. They get a SMS reminder, and the link is there for Zoom. But if OneStream gave me a link, I could use this instead of Zoom. And think of all the overlays I could use. Think of the selling links that I could display in my one-on-one meetings because I love tech. I love tools, and I'm always suggesting. And if I had my affiliate links just there, like Colleen said, I could be selling.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. Great idea as well. And Live Sale is ready for release and is going to launch in the second version of Studio release along with live chat. So
Ooh.
that's just from the team giving us an update in YouTube. So I'm excited about it. This particular release, OneStream Live Studio, has so many features. As you can tell, even while I am here talking with the ladies, I'm actually able to change the formatting of the screen. And this is actually done for a couple of reasons, guys. I don't know how you may use it. I use it so people don't get bored watching your stream. If you can just change the format of it, then look, their eyes change, and it's just a difference. And every now and again, just changing it, making sure that if there is a person that is talking and they're the main speaker, that they get to be front and center. And I could use this a lot because it's just three of us, but as more and more people came in, because you can have up to 10 people on the screen at one time, I just think there's just so much that you can do with it. It's just so much you can do with it.
Well, and the other thing I was thinking, I kind of go back to that sales thing because I'm always, thinking sales and marketing. Because I'm a business consultant, and so I help people build like 7, 8, 9 figure businesses. So I'm always thinking strategy. So I'm thinking so the first thing I thought of was like, okay, if that's not coming, Live Sales release is going to launch on the second version of the studio release. In the meantime, we can use the crawl because there's the ticker across the bottom of the screen. We can
Yes,
use
it
the Bitly
is.
link. We could use, I use pretty links inside WordPress. So it'd be colleenhammond.com/DJ. And then I could put my huge, sales page link inside that Bitly link or a pretty link. So until that releases, there's still the option of being able to at least use the ticker across the bottom of the screen and have a crawl that would have either information or upcoming dates to know, or what I used to do on my live shows are my VIPs. And if they were a member of my VIP club, their name would scroll across the bottom of the screen. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. I'm just so excited because there are so many features, and I know the stuff that's coming. But the things that are available right away are going to be game changers. So yeah, so there you go.
That's
And you can
awesome.
control the speed. You can control the speed. You can control the font. You control the font size of that entire ticker. So I think that's going to be really helpful for people as well.
It really is. And even while you're here talking, I'm moving some things around. I like it. I like that there's tons of options for you.
Yeah.
The other thing that for me is so intuitive that, it's not a lot of having to read a manual or a lot of videos of how to. I mean, everything is really simple and understandable what buttons go where. All you have to do is kind of just hover over something or click something. I mean, you're definitely not going to break it, but it's a way for you to kind of understand, what each part plays. So inside of the studio, I think it's just really easy, smooth. Everything works the way it's supposed to.
Yeah. And then, like you said, the user interface is it's kind of the whatever word I was going to use. I don't want to use that. It's just very easy to use, and the user experience is enjoyable because the one thing we know is that if somebody's confused, they'll stop. Confused people
Right,
don't buy. Confused people don't use, as we always talk about landing pages and that type of thing. Is if it has to be fifth grade level is
right.
what we were taught in copywriting. It just really make it simple and clear. And so, like you said, when I got the link to join, I clicked, I typed in my name, I checked my camera, I checked my video, boom, or my audio, I'm in. And it's the same time for me using Studio, which you're using right now. I'm just a guest, but inside that studio, it's the same thing. Over here are these set of controls. Over here are these set of controls. Everything's labeled,
Exactly.
tells you exactly what to do. It's really, really simple. So no confusion,
I agree. I
and
agree.
so
And
if you're
not
not
only
confused, you'll use it.
I really believe that. And not only do I believe it, Monty Weaver believes it. And he said inside of the YouTube comments how easy it is. OneStream is making it easy to live stream. And Mr. Weaver, that is so true. And thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We're just going through the guest invite link, how it works, and how simple it is. And not only that, there are options that the guest could have. And I'm going to pull up this screen so that everybody can kind of see Erica because it looks better on her end than it does my end. But really, both of you ladies, if you don't mind, if you can go through the virtual backgrounds that you have as options, and we can see how that looks. Because Erica is now in her virtual background. Now she's in, I don't know, where's that, Japan or something with the waterfalls?
I thought the
That's
video
really cool.
background was so nice.
Comes out really well. Comes out really well. And it is simple on your end. You just go through your video and effects and just go through the screens, right?
Yeah, that's right. There's a button
And
here
Miss
to my
Hammond just
left, and
went
I
from
focus.
her her living room to, I don't know, she's in a dance hall or something. What are these people just
I
walking
don't
in a
know.
mall?
I don't know. I think I'm in the streets of New York City here. I'm not sure.
Right.
Let's go back into the. Well, I think that's throwing my back there. It's throwing my camera off for a minute there.
Gotcha. I
So
mean, it's
what's
just
this one?
really cool.
Oh,
Now she's hanging out with the kitties. She's gone from her living room to hanging out with the kids. So it's great options. And this is Erica. Erica has gone into the galaxies and has her background changed. Like, she didn't like where she was. She just moved.
Yeah.
that's interesting.
So imagine if you already know your guests that are coming on, you can set up backgrounds for them, and
Can
they can
I
use
set
it.
up backgrounds for you? I don't think I can set up a background for you.
I think advanced. I think you might be able to. Well, I'm not
Well,
in my
when I was
studio. I
doing,
can't tell.
there's like they let you keep so many. I don't know how many, but imagine if you have like two guests and you already know their logos or whatever, or something about them, that you could set up their backgrounds, you could set up their overlays, you could set up the ticker for them, just for them, and you can save them in there so you can click on and off to match which person is talking. I
There
just like that.
That is really cool and great idea. And I forgot, Erica, even I was using a gray default background, but there's backgrounds inside of OneStream Live that we can actually use, and it makes the background look so much better than the gray backdrop that I was using. So I just changed that while you were talking, and that makes things look really cool, especially when we have this particular look. And of course, I have my red shirt on, so I like the color red. There you go. There you go. It all works together. And Ms. Hammond here has her red earrings, and we're matching here for a little while.
we didn't even plan this ahead of time, DJ. We just kind of just showed up and went, "Hey,
Right,
we're
right, right.
matching. We're matching." Well, and that's
Imagine if you know someone's brand colors.
well, that's what I was just going to say to feed off what Erica was saying. And when if you're a guest going on somebody else's program, because I go on a lot of different podcasts as guests and do shows and things, but if somebody had this all set up for me, I mean, you show up and they already have your logo, they have your colors, they, have a ticker with your, they've got a button for a sales thing, they've got the crawl across the bottom of the screen with important information about you and the things that you want to discuss. I mean, if I show up in a show like that,
Right,
you're darn right. I'm going to send it in my entire list. You guys,
right.
you guys have to see this show. This is one of the best ones I've ever done because look at all they did for me. So that's another thing. Anything you can do to be unique and set yourself apart is going to help you get more guests. It's going to get more sales, get more everything. So yeah, so that's a great idea, Eric. I didn't even think about that, but between you and DJ, I was like, yeah, hey, they were really
So
set myself apart here. So
So Erica, what she does is actually remote produces shows. So she could take this studio and actually have multiple options inside a studio per the client she's using. Am I right, Erica? Basically, you can build
That's
something
right.
around a client, and it has nothing to do with virtual talk that you do. Is whatever the client show is, that's what you build for them.
Yeah. So imagine pairing the studio with the OneStream website that the
Okay,
OneStream gives you.
right?
It's like, wow. So
And
go ahead and
basically,
set
it
up
can
events
sit
for your
on their
guests
web
using.
page. That's what you're saying. It can sit on their web page,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
And they just send people to their web page, but you're actually producing it all inside of OneStream Live in
Yep.
One Studio.
That's right. So imagine the events you can host with OneStream now. Like you
mm,
can have up to 14 people, 10 people on screen if you wanted to, four other people in the waiting room. You call your guest up when it's their time. You give them that one link. It's like all the things you can do, all the ways you can make money with
all the
OneStream.
I know, exactly. And it's like having a speakers panel too.
It is.
Each person can talk one on one, and then we bring four people back, and then we have a speakers panel and do an ask me anything. And yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, you're just giving
I
me
was just
more.
about to say it. We should do that.
We should do
We
that.
should do that. We really should do that. And we're kind of doing that right now. So I think that is cool with all the options and features. And Erica, she just comes out with these ideas all the time. Like we can pull this and do this and move this around. I would hate to play like family game night with you, Erica, because it sounds like you know how to work the board differently than everybody else. Like so calculated in how your ideas work, especially when it comes to monetizing your content or making money online. And I am a big component of figuring all of that out. You know why? Because you want to pay for your time. Like I don't know a content creator. I know people that think it's a hobby and are just talking it's a hobby. But most of the people that are serious about being online are serious about monetizing their efforts. And what OneStream does first, it reduces the amount of applications that you need to pay for because with Studio, it is a all-in-one program. So basically, you're paying whatever subscription that you have. You get all of the features, including the Studio when it's released, like to everybody. You will get an opportunity to use it at whatever level that you are in. I'm sure when it comes out, people are going to want to upgrade. So there's some things in the works for you all. But knowing how this could help you first, take away one of the applications you're using, save that money. Whether it's $20 a month or $400 for the year, that's money saved. And then find ways to actually monetize what you're doing using the studio option, and it will pay more. I was going to say it could pay for itself, but it will more than pay for itself, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Is anybody else having problems with audio? Because Mike says that all of our audio, all three of us, are stuttering, and he keeps
I don't
refreshing his
think
browser.
so. Mm.
Yeah, nobody else has mentioned it yet. How long have you been on, Mike? And how long has it been? Are you getting choppy audio?
So we definitely appreciate you listening and giving us a heads up. Fizzer had said that great minds coming together with great ideas here. But Mike, I'm seeing bars on the screen here, and let me share. I'm glad he said that because I can share one more thing on the screen when it comes to how your guests are coming in, and I want to solo the shared screen. There we go. And please don't worry about the infinity screen that I have right here. But if you look down the left side of the screen here, you can see the uh, green bars. This lets me know how people are coming in strength wise. Okay. It lets me know how the signal is coming in. So if someone was buffering a little bit, I'm not saying the audio wouldn't be bad, but I would know if Erica didn't have great connection. So if you can see, I'm actually hovering over her bars and it says excellent connection. And the same thing here. And of course, I have excellent connection. I mean, I'm wired in. So there you go. But let's see if anybody else. Um, since I've been on about 3 or 4 minutes, and then he says, "I love how OneStream Live is coming together." Yes, the studio is really coming together, Mike, and it is working well. And thank you for being a part of the show tonight. So if I hide that, we are back, and I don't know. There's so many things that we've talked about down the list of features that I've started with. I know I talked about audio. I've talked about cameras. I've talked about how to share your screen as far as features. There are more things that we will be discussing about the features of OneStream Live, but we have so many things planned for you guys, especially as we roll out the studio to everyone. So buckle your seatbelts, okay? If you're in the beta group, and right now I'm thinking we're up to 5,000 people that are using the beta version of the studio, please comment and come to the beta group inside of Facebook. Let us know how it's been going for you. Like, what do you like? What do you don't like? What has failed? What's not failed? What's working? What's not working? And hopefully, as we go along, just like I have Erica and Ms. Hammond today, you guys could be on the show as well. I really want to hear from the beta users And anyone that's using OneStream Live that are excited about what this company is doing. I know Eric and I are AppSumo users. Ms. Hammond, did you get the AppSumo deal?
I full stack the AppSumo deal. Yep.
And I hate to continuously say that because people that didn't get the AppSumo deal could be a little jealous, and I don't want to make anybody jealous. But we're all on the same team now.
Sorry.
We're just we like the fact that if you don't know anything about AppSumo, follow Erica Bates. She talks about it all the time, way more than I do about the deals that are out there. She always talks about some feature or some app that she's using to help her better create, to be a better producer, a remote producer, and all the things that she does. You never know what next app you get on a discount that can change everything. And I will say, through my experience, I actually had a client that needed to use OneStream Live. I found it, I purchased it for myself, and then I purchased it for them. And I'm trying to get their account because they're not using it because I have it. So I use it for them. But I got it through the AppSumo deal a couple of years ago, and just now I'm working with the company. And I'm using it as an example to say you never know what young company that's up and coming, you could actually get their product, use it, and love it like I do because I use it weekly, and then be a partner to them to market it to other people, whether that's through the affiliate sales that they offer 55% on, or anything else that you could do to help a young company grow. So I'm one of those people that came with the AppSumo deal, and they promised that whatever feature was coming, that the AppSumo deal people will be able to get those the new features, and we have been. And there's nothing like people that are a company that will keep to their word and say, "Hey, we did this, and we will continue to give the AppSumo people the opportunity to use the new features." So we're so thankful for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because not
gotta
every
love people keep their word.
yeah,
Exactly.
because it said the
Exactly.
audio has been fine, but suddenly got choppy. Please check the audio settings.
There you go. There you go. You never know
Never know.
what is going on this side, and it
Yeah,
could
Mike's
be.
another AppSumo guy too. Good job, Mike.
There you
You
go,
know, when I
Mike.
first got OneStream, I didn't use it. I bought it and held it for a while, and then I finally started talking to them, and it's like, let me show you how to use it. And they did. They got on Zoom with me and showed me how to use it. And now that I know how to use it, I tell other people. And this morning I got an email saying, thank you for sharing your OneStream Live content with us. Now I know how to use it. And I was like, wow,
Wow.
I want to be helpful. And
Wow.
that was like, wow for me.
Yeah, I mean,
That
I
is
love
awesome.
AppSumo. Not all deals are great, but it's kind of like rolling the dice. Sometimes a company doesn't really quite make it, or sometimes it sounds really good in the beginning, and then you dig a little deeper and it doesn't work. But for the most part, I mean, I have been really, and or they will do a thing where you buy it and then they release a new feature like Studio, but your lifetime deal, people, you have to pay to upgrade.
Right.
So I was waiting. So when OneStream's like Studio, I'm like, yes, this is going to be great. Okay, here it comes. And they said, oh no, we're including you were the foundation of our business, and we are including you in this. And I was like, that is a good company.
Yeah.
So
We have another AppSumo OneStream Live person coming chiming in on YouTube, and thank you for doing that, Peterson. And it is awesome that we could share that because we all want the best deal. Everybody wants a deal, and you never know what next software is going to take off. Like you said, I did.
yeah,
I actually had a software that I paid a lot of money for, right? And it turned out I was using it. I had the option to use it because everybody was so excited about it, and a company actually used it before I did, and I was able to see their experience with that product, and it wasn't good. It
oh,
wasn't good. We're not talking about OneStream. We're talking about another AppSumo deal. And so sometimes it is a hit and miss. We're excited because we got the
that
OneStream that was a hit. And not only was it hit, it is absolutely a home run with these new features and new options that they're bringing to the table. And people that got in early and supported their company early, they're still there helping them all along the way.
Absolutely.
So
I recently wrote an ebook about content distribution and content repurposing, and OneStream is in there. So that's how much I love it, and that's how much I tell people about it.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I know we have some things that we are going to be doing together. So Mike is in, and I'm just going to read what Mike is saying. He's grateful for OneStream Live, includes OneStream Studio in the AppSumo for the AppSumo user. And he's agreed that it speaks to their integrity. I really agree with that as well. So OneStream Studio is truly a hit. So thank you for saying that. And I love, excuse me, love the closed and open. Is
Closed caption.
there you go. It's really small on the computer that I'm reading
Oh,
on. I
but
can't see. Trying to read that with the closed
I had to
captioning.
blow up the screen over here
Yeah,
too. So.
I need to do that. I need to do that, guys. I'm really trying to not show my age by not wearing my glasses, but I really should if I'm gonna read comments. There you go. This has been fun tonight. I thought going in, ladies, that talking about the guest interview link or the invite guest link is so simple. Like what I'm gonna do for this time, because you just press the button and send the link and people come in. But you guys have made it so enjoyable, and we talked about so many things, and it is really, really easy to use. So if you're in the beta group, which is up to 5,000 of us now, send the link out to your friends and family and just catch up and see how the quality is different from other systems that you can do the same thing with. But use it, enjoy it, and if you have a hiccup, if there's a problem or issue, just let us know. Please go into the beta group and say, hey, this is what I've experienced, and it'll help us get it together, because soon the studio will be available to everybody, and as many bugs that we can get out of the system, the better it will be when it releases, and that will be very soon. So we want to definitely get it together. I'll start with you, Erica, since you're on the screen here, bigger than us. You actually are doing something with OneStream Live, and it's on Tuesdays, right? You actually go live on Tuesday talking about OneStream Live and all of that.
That's right. So Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Um, all I do is talk about the things I do in OneStream Live, how I use OneStream Live, how you can use OneStream Live, and how you can make money using OneStream Live. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to be talking about virtual backgrounds.
That's right.
So, and
That's right. I
everyone
was going
is
to do.
welcome to join me.
And I said earlier, I would not take your thunder away by talking about it today. I just did a little tease, and you're actually using a virtual background right now. So there's a
That's
little
right.
tease where you can see what Erica tomorrow is going to go through all of the options and what you can do, and I'll be teaching you of how that works for you and your guests, because everybody is able to use that feature with the virtual background. So thank you so very much. And Ms. Hammond, we have got to do some work together, Ms. Hammond. I really, really like your professionalism. And now you're telling me, hey, that you've been in broadcast, or you said it earlier that you've been in broadcast, you've done this work before. It is so evident how good you were in the business and still working with clients and all of that. How can people get in contact with you or see more about what you are doing?
Yeah, right now I am working as a business coach and a mentor, and I work with six-figure businesses and take them up to seven, eight, and nine-figure businesses, just by being their mentor and being with them every step of the way. So, people want to get a hold of me. It's Colleen at ColleenHammond.com. Right now, the website is down. We were getting too much business on the website, and I'm already working with
Wow.
16 companies, so we just took the website down. But yeah, if anybody needs some help building their companies and rolling their businesses and need some connections, just reach out. I'm here to help.
Well, Ms. Hammond, someone says that you are fantastic inside
Oh,
of the
thank you.
comments, and that we are fortunate to have you on here. And I really feel that we are so fortunate to have you, and it is definitely a pleasure that you would spend the time. Also, Erica, that you would spend the time with me on Monday nights talking about OneStream Live and the studio. It is so encouraging to share our excitement about this particular app and the service that OneStream provides, and to do that together, and everybody will be able to experience that online with us as well. And there was another question about whether they bring it back to AppSumo. I told you guys I didn't want to talk too much about it because people could be jealous. I'm not sure if they'll bring it back to AppSumo. I think they passed that part of their growth, but you never know. You never know. You never know. So, great question. That being said, ladies, thank you. Thank you for your time tonight. I'm going to wrap this up. If you just give me 1 second, I'll be right back. What an awesome show tonight with these young ladies talking about guests, inviting guests through OneStream Live, and then all the stuff that they have going on. I hope so very much that you got a lot out of this show, share it with somebody, or just replay it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like I know you are right now, be sure before you leave, before I end this, while I'm talking, just hit the like button and let me know that you really were encouraged by what you saw tonight. So thank you guys so very much for being a part of the Streamers Hub on Monday night. I am DJ Strick. I will see you next Monday, or I'll do one better. I'll see you in the OneStream Live community on Facebook.